Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Entering play call screen.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping. We'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a quarterback, that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Power football with the run. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Comes out throwing on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Dropping back, it's back. They're trying to get to it. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Finds his man, it's Hunter. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He'll bring it back. It's Lovett. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And Boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches.
Makes the grab down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They're bringing heat. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Running it back, it's Smith.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 5 categories.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
FK screen is
That
selected.
last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going up top on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's going to go down at the 1.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
On the return, it's Lovett. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Throws for the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's dealt. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And how about this tight end finding that soft spot after the play action froze him?
It's tough to do sometimes for these tight ends to kind of find zone defense and find the areas they need to work and make make sure that they've got that communication with the QB. But these two right now are on the same page.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll try to pop the draw. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
Yeah, this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to pass, it's Thorne. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
I know we talk about quarterbacks and running backs more serious when we're talking about the Heisman Trophy, but how can you not have this guy in New York City? That's now his 20th sack of the year. He has been simply unstoppable.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Levin. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's first and 10 from the 31. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 4 categories.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Fires to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Running toward the tape. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Hunter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And it's right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So same quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, error for categories.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 5
now
categories.
The offense has to overcome
options.
the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Unleashes one deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rival. You've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
They got more sacks than a grocery. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Looking for room. It's Hunter. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Lovett. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you target explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
You have 7 options. 5, 4, 2. Return left is selected. Option is set to.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic. Nice for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. Gets away from one, finds room. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Entering
that drive
play
not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get
Entering
lathered
play
up
call,
and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The give out of the gun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gain 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to pass, it's Thorne. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 4 categories.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Looking for a block. It's Robinson. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's hooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
This time it's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Georgia going back to work with another first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
What a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup. He had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go and execute it on game day like that.
He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense threatening close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And the defense stopped them again on second and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it just...
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you what, when you come out on your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of that. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Looking downfield, it's back. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Coleman. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
That's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Line getting set on second down.
Second down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Oh, he's going backwards in trouble and down. He goes a tremendous loss. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Entering play
Defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Hit hard just as he released it on first
I
down.
heard that.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Rifles it down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Now facing a 3rd and long.
Slot cross is selected.
Looking to throw, it's back. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so
Entering
much
play call,
success today.
coach
Find a
suggestions.
way to
There
make
are
these
5
quarterbacks feel more
categories. You have
uncomfortable.
15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
How in the world did he miss that?
Entering
And for a
play
quick
call,
update, let's go to
special
Kevin Connors
teams.
in the
You have
studio.
5
Guys,
options.
let's take a
The
look at what's
left is
happening
selected.
in a great college football matchup. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike
Entering
Rozier out
play
there
call,
running the ball.
coach
This game is
suggestions.
a
There
long
are
way
4
from over.
categories.
They're up by 10 over Rutgers. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I
Entering
know
play
Kevin and those
call,
guys will be
coach
keeping an eye on it
suggestions.
for us.
There are 4
Clock lines
categories.
inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Looking to throw on second down. Makes the catch. It's Lambert Smith. That's some
Entering
old
play
school,
call, coach
hard-nosed,
suggestions.
tough running
There are 4
as he powers his
categories.
way to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And it slips through his
Entering
fingers,
base level
incomplete.
screen
That
with
would have been
options.
a huge game if he could have held on. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
We're ready to get
There are
another
5
look at this
categories.
Bulldog
You have
offense.
15 options. MT and RPO, red, white, flat
Off
is
play action
selected.
on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Entering play
All right, well, the
call,
quarterback
coach
showing you he's human
suggestions.
after
There
all.
are
Finally
5
throws an
categories.
incompletion,
You
and
have
not just
15
that, after a couple
options.
completions
Inside
back-to-back
zone
to back,
spread selected.
almost throws a pick.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
try to add
There
another
are
to
5
their lead.
categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Entering play
Aggressive
call,
play calling
special
on that
teams.
drive.
You
Just
have
2
5
plays, they get the
options.
long
Pick off
touchdown
left is
pass to pay
selected.
it off. Just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25.
Entering
No
play
attempt at a
call,
return.
coach suggestions. There are
Now here comes that
categories.
Auburn offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up
Entering
front they
play
got to do
call,
a better
coach
job of getting
suggestions. There
blocks
are
and establishing this running
categories.
game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's
Entering
knocked
play
down in the
call,
backfield.
coach
He'll lose a couple.
suggestions. There are
Now on third
categories.
down for this offense. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist,
Entering
the
play
stage
call,
is set
coach
for a massive
suggestions. There
fourth
are
quarter comeback.
categories.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense takes matters into their own hands. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the
Entering
house.
play call,
Great job by
coach
the defense, not only
suggestions. There
forcing
are
the
5
turnover, but
categories.
getting
You have
points out of it.
15 options. Attempt to select.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Entering
The
play
scoop
call,
and
special
score.
teams.
What a
You have
lift they
5
can give to the
options.
defense. Not
Attempt to
content to
select.
get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to
Entering
get it
play
out across the
call, coach
25. He's brought
suggestions.
down
There
at
are
the 26.
categories.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grab behind the line. It's fair weather.
Entering
The
play
defense
call,
wouldn't let
coach
him loose there, and it was a
suggestions. There are
completion, but they lost
categories.
yardage. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to
Entering
run
play
through, and they
call,
shove
coach
him out of bounds.
suggestions. There are
Probably the toughest
categories.
call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Setting up the screen. And that
Entering
did
play
not
call,
work.
coach
Defense
suggestions.
smelled that
There
one
are
out from the beginning.
categories.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Lovett. They'll put a stop to that return at about the
Entering play call,
37-yard
coach
line.
suggestions. There are 5 categories.
And Georgia
You
ready
have
to go back to
14
work on
options.
offense.
Red option is selected.
They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering
That'll be a
play
loss
call,
of 3.
coach suggestions.
Not what they had
There
in
are
mind to
5
start this
categories.
drive. Here
You
comes
have
second
15
and
options.
13.
Empty and inside zone is selected.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lovett. He's there to
Entering
make
play
the stop,
call,
and they
coach
threw it in
suggestions.
reverse,
There are 5
losing yardage on that
categories. You
play.
have 15
I'm not
options.
positive,
RPO
but that
Reds
first
have
down
been
marker
selected.
might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And they got him.
Entering
He'll get
play
him down
call,
for the sack.
clear. Play
Good,
tight, decent.
disciplined
There are
defense
5
on that play. It's
play
third
tight,
and long, right?
pass,
You're not going to
quick
bite
pass,
on a play
standard,
fake.
shot,
Nobody's
play,
going for
screen
that.
pass,
Everyone
Hail
knows it's a
Mary.
passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the... He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Georgia!
Entering play
And the
call,
beatdown
coach
has
suggestions.
ensued.
There are 5 categories.
That'll
You
give
have
them a little
15
more
options.
breathing room as they
Attempt to
try to
select.
push this winning streak to 5. And the point after is good. Quick
Entering
work on
play
that
call,
scoring drive, just
special
4
teams.
plays.
You have 5 options.
They capped that one off in
Left is
style, a 74-yarder for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Special teams, you have 3 options.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Wants to return it.
Returner is tackled down.
Entering play call, play type, there are 5 recent, there are 5
We're ready to get
categories.
another look
You
at
have
this
9
Bulldog
options.
offense.
Shot save clock is selected.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man downfield. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Coach suggestions.
How about
There
the
are 5
bomb by the
categories.
offense?
You
The
have
Hail
15
Mary, they
options.
go deep.
Add
The
to
defense
selected.
knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as
Entering
deep
play
as the
call,
deepest and
special
make sure this
teams. You
doesn't
have 5
happen.
options.
Hail Mary
Left
to
to selected.
success.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough
Entering
room to
play
get it
call,
out across
coach
the 25. He's
suggestions.
brought
There
down
are
at the
4
26.
categories.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the
Entering play
sack.
call, coach
The Dogs haven't
suggestions.
just
There
been
are 4
hungry, they've been
categories.
famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they
Entering
talented,
play call,
they're well
coach
coached, they
suggestions.
listen, they
There are 4
play so
categories.
hard, they don't give you a thing.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on
Entering
third.
play call, coach
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this
suggestions.
quarterback in this
There are 4
offense. You've got a
categories.
great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Entering play call,
Really explosive when he
recent,
gets his
there are
hands on the ball, and
5
he
categories.
found a
You have
couple
9
of
options.
crevices
Shot
and made a
save
nice
clock
game
is
before being
selected.
run out of bounds. Looking to go up top on first down. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain
Entering
undefeated.
play
Whatever
call,
it takes,
coach
offense,
suggestions.
defense,
There are
special
5
teams. They have
categories.
been a
You
good
have
unit,
14
and that's why their
options.
ranking is
Add
so
to
high.
selected.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf.
Entering play
They're up
call,
by
coach
13
suggestions. There
over
are 4
Utah
categories.
State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. stopped after making the catch.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And man, is that just an indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the situation. You drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's back. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown. And this is a full-fledged beatdown.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Suggestions.
Lining up to add another.
Categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it.
They cough it up near their own goal line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Entering play play call, coach suggestions.
Ready to try
there
the
are
point
5
after.
categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Entering play
That's
call,
taking
special
advantage of a
teams. You
golden
have 5
opportunity
options.
set up with
Kickoff
great
left is
field
selected.
position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not
Entering
much
play
to be
call,
found as
coach
he stops at the
suggestions. There
18.
are 4 categories.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Dogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
try to tack
there
one
are
more
5
on this
categories.
score.
You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 5
About to
options.
kick it off after
Kickoff
punching
left
it in
is
for the
selected.
touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 4 categories.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 4 categories.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every